going to just do a little introduction to the Sun Salutations, since if that's true that you've never done yoga before, you're going to need just a little crash course. So if you think of the Sun Salutations as like learning your scales, everything you do in yoga is going to come from these just few moves that we do at the beginning. So it's not just a warm-up, but it's to teach your body all the things that you need to know. So a couple of things before you start is that anytime you feel like your body is opening and lengthening, you breathe in, and anytime you feel like it's contracting, you're going to breathe out. The trick is to coordinate the move with the breath. If you get uncoordinated with that, then it starts to feel a little jarring and a little bit weird. So you either have to slow down your movements to meet your breath, or speed up the breath to meet with the movement. You know, just make sure that they line up correctly. That's the first thing. The second is that it's always helpful to have a helper. This is Dusty. And you want to protect knees, elbows, wrists, any of your little fine moving parts so that you don't get hurt. So in a lot of these moves, especially chaturanga, that's the big one, where you could really hurt your elbows. So we'll talk through each move slowly, and hopefully I won't kick this poor guy on this, but each move. So watch first, listen, and then we'll try one together and go from there. So this is Surya Namaskar A. We do two different kinds of Sun Salutations, A and the B variation, but we're just going to do A for right now. We're going to start at the top of the mat. Your feet are just a little bit apart from each other. They're not exactly together. They're just a little bit spread, not exactly hip width either. And we stand in mountain pose first with our hands either against our thighs or facing forward, but our shoulders are rolled back, our chest is open, our thighs are actually feeling as if they're rolling inward this way, so that you feel like you're opening backwards. Keep your head facing forward, don't look up, don't be tempted, and you're going to take your arms up with an inhale. They don't have to touch, and in fact they probably won't for a while, so don't worry about that. It's not the point of this pose. And then exhale, you're going to fold forward, pressing your butt backwards. Now, if your knees are bent, that's okay. But the goal is not to touch the floor, it's not to be in a perfect pose, it's to be forward, to stretch your back. So hold your elbows, keep your legs loose, you can wiggle your knees, let your head dangle, and hold for one breath. And then you can bend your knees. Hands go on the floor a little bit in front of your feet. Lean forward just so that some weight comes into your hands so that you can move one foot back. Don't stretch too far, keeping your shoulders exactly where they are. Next foot back. This is plank pose that, you know, all the gym heads like to talk about. We're going to do a million of these. So when you come to chaturanga, you're going to bend your elbows backwards. So put your knees down and think of elbows going back towards your hips and your head going forward this way. Not down, but forward, leaning forward. This is why we have our knees on the floor for now. Then rest all the way down. Flatten your feet so that your toes are pointing backwards. And you're going to lift your chest, press with your hands, straighten your arms, and you can look either forward, or if that's okay, you can look up. And then you tuck your toes under, lift your knees, press your hips back, and down dog. If your feet are up, that's okay. But you can wiggle your knees around, you can wiggle your head around. Get really comfortable here, because this doesn't mean, this isn't like the purpose of yoga to do down dog. This here is to stretch your back, Stretch your shoulders and stretch your legs. So do what you need to do to get comfortable here. And we will take 5 breaths there before looking forward between our hands. For now, you're going to walk 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. You can dangle again. You can reach the floor. Whatever you want to do. Come back up, looking forward, and there. Now that's the variation with chaturanga with your knees on the floor. So I'm going to show you that with 1 breath for each move. You can follow along. Inhale, exhale. Look forward, step, step, step. Now without putting your knees down, if that felt too easy, then you can do this all with the full poses. So that would be an inhale up. Exhale, fold forward, hands on the floor beside your feet. Inhale, look up. Exhale, we're not going to jump yet, we're just going to step, step, lower to chaturanga, elbows against your sides. Inhale, your legs stay off the floor. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you take 1 big step forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. So that's Surya Namaskar A. We do 5 of those at the beginning of the practice. For now, you're going to do 3, whichever way you choose, and then start working towards 5. If you need blocks or straps or anything like that, I can show a demo with those as well, but it's preferable sometimes that you learn, especially the Sun Salutations, without any sort of